Hey guys, I found the storyline to Meritus. Yeah, it was actually tucked away in the DAT folder underneath like two other folders labeled help file. So, that's not the most clever place of putting it. Anyway, also if you recognize this music, congratulations, you know what game I'm going to be playing soon. Despite the fact that it crashes quite often. And stuff like that there, which means I'll probably have to do a lot of splicing on videos, but it's one of my favorite games and I intend to play it. So here we go. Far below the surface of planet is a secret place of limitless power. Those that seek to control such a utopia will soon bring an end to themselves. Meritus is a top-view dungeon crawl action-adventure game. As Barrett, a Psi user, your task is to investigate the Orcus Dome, an ancient underground shrine. In your way are shadowy creatures that wander the shrine. Using your Psi circuit, you must cut through to any that come between you and your goal. Psi is a powerful and imprecise force, often viewed as a form of modern magic. Psi can be wielded to a limited extent by beings, see Psi users, that have unusual level of mental awareness. Psi exists as a flow, can be fashioned into a single-use tool for the wielder to use. As Psi is very difficult to shape precisely, Psi users often settle for crude, uneconomical solutions to problems, for example using Psi as an attacking weapon by draining off a large amount of it in the surrounding area and unleashing it in one go, or using Psi as a protective shield by concentrating a large amount of it in one area. What Psi actually comes from is unknown, however there seems to be only a limited amount in the atmosphere at any one time. While Psi is generally used by gathering it from the area around the Psi user, some advanced Psi users have worked out ways of gathering and storing large quantities of it. Some areas are naturally richer in Psi than others. Psi seems to be found in greater quantities when one is underground, for example. Psi users are beings capable that have the mental capacity to consciously use Psi. Any species that is capable of producing Psi users, though by far human Psi users are most common. Psi users vary wildly in ability, with the rarest most powerful able to accomplish great feats. It's also not uncommon for Psi users to become more or less powerful over time. There exists that continual exposure to and use of Psi increases one's competence, while disuse can cause it to stagnate. The Orcus Dome. The Orcus Dome is a structure located deep within the planet's crust. The internal structure seems to be both crafted and organically grown. It is made of a number of tightly woven rooms. The structure is unusual in that it seems to have been made for the precise purpose of gathering and concentrating Psi. The walls divide the rooms, carry Psi gathered from the planet and channel into a single very strong flow of Psi. The discovery of the dome has been a point of contention among Psi users, most of whom want to use the large reserves of the dome to enhance their own Psi usage. Eventually, the majority of Psi users agreed to ration out the use of the dome to both ensure the existing reserves would last as long as possible and to make sure that each Psi user would receive a fair allocation. Strange events. For several years, there was no problem with the ongoing use of the Orcus Dome to provide Psi. However, for some reason, the Psi extracted from the dome began to behave strangely. It worked unpredictably and made controlling Psi very difficult. After one Psi user was killed as a result of this, a decision was made to abandon using the Orcus Dome for Psi. Not happy with this decision, one Psi user, Merit, decided to use his own reserves of Psi to ethereally warp into the dome and find out what the problem was and restore the dome to its original state. The dome. The Orcus Dome is made of a series of rooms connected with short passages. These rooms are mostly uniform in design, however there are some points of interest to look out for. Trigger tiles, yep, this is all how to play now. So there you go, guys. That is the storyline. I'm gonna label this as Meritus 0 and pop it in at the beginning of the playlist, even though I'm uploading it after everything else. But if you were curious, that's what it is. I'll just scroll through this slowly so you guys can pause and read as you want. Yeah, ancient seal. Ooh. we go. That's the extent of it. So, I hope you guys found that a little more clear. I suppose that floating head that we fought was the person that was administrating the Psi, and he was doing bad things to it. And now Meritus is administrating the Psi. Or Merit. Hopefully he will do better things, but since the person that made this game has apparently dropped off the face of the earth, we are only left to assume. Since, there's not going to be a second one as far as I can tell. I sent the guy an email, but no word, no response. Maybe if he decides to do a second one and gets in touch with me, I'll let you guys know, but I kinda doubt it. Anyway, you guys take care, alright? I'll talk to you later on.